It's Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. Today is the Tuesday update, and we have some crazy weather. The heat wave is ongoing right now. It's just gonna be a very active week. We will see some severe weather. We'll see a lot of flooding too. We're just gonna have a lot of severe weather and just a lot of weather to talk about today. First, I'm going to talk about the heat. We have some extreme impacts over here and in Tennessee, western Tennessee. And over here, we're seeing some extreme impacts, heat impacts. And then Wednesday, we start to see more areas in our area seeing major. Thursday looks to be the worst for us. And then Friday, it starts to get a little less, but we're still going to see the major heat. And then Saturday, we're barely in the major heat, but it's still concerning. Sunday, you can see we start to see more heat build up over here. And then Monday, we're already seeing extreme impacts again. And it looks like one big heat wave, but really it's going to be two heat waves. The second one's going to come later this month, like past July 27th. Now I'm going to talk about the flooding. We just have a lot of flooding to talk about. A slight risk down here, slight risk down here, a slight risk down here. All of these risks could produce major flooding. And then tomorrow we see a marginal risk down here, then another slight risk here, a big marginal risk here. Then the next day you can see we have another marginal risk down here, and we're still seeing widespread flooding. Then the next day you can see we see a big marginal risk here covering several states. And then the next day, we actually have a marginal risk. And I wouldn't be surprised for any of these areas like this far out. You can't really tell where the worst flooding is going to be. So they just issue a marginal risk for the whole area. But as we get closer, some of these marginal risks could upgrade to slight and maybe even a moderate. One more thing I forgot to show you about the heat is this is for the second heat wave. This is the risk of having extreme heat in between July 29th and August 4th. You can see we're in the high risk. That's 60 or higher. In the moderate risk, that is 40 to 60. And then in the slight risk, that's 20 to 40. So we're not done with extreme heat. Now let's talk about the severe weather. You can see we have a marginal risk down here, a slight risk up here. We have a small tornado threat, but it's mainly damaging winds, 75 mile an hour or greater. In this area, we have a big marginal risk. You can see we have this hashed risk, so that means we could see 75 mile an hour winds or greater. So this is concerning, a very concerning setup. We also have the same with hail. It goes a little farther that way. The tornado threat is like right over in this area. And then we do have, you can see this is the damaging wind threat, and we can see the damaging wind threat right here too. Then tomorrow we do have another slight risk driven by damaging winds. It's not hashed, but we could see some areas of significant damaging winds. Not that I wouldn't. We'll probably see areas of significant damaging winds, but it's not over a 10% chance of seeing significant damaging winds. And then over here you can see we have this marginal risk, but it's not like a very concerning day. We do have some tornado potential. And then Thursday we have another marginal risk. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see it reduce light. You can see the whole state of Michigan's covered. So yeah, just be prepared on that day too. Just another reminder of how much severe weather we've been getting in the last 48 hours. All these reports are in the last 48 hours. So we've had several tornado reports. As you can see, we have some tornado reports over here, some over here. We have a lot of damaging wind reports. A few were close to our area. We've been seeing a lot of that stuff lately. So, and then you can also see we've been dealing with flooding over here, major flooding. So we've been dealing with a lot of severe weather lately, and I expect it to stay that way. Now let's talk about long range severe weather. So you can see this ridge here, and then this is where severe weather might get more significant for our area. It's not going to be a lot of severe weather, but we could have some instances of severe weather. This is the 29th. You can see this might cause some severe weather. It's not really going to be that serious, but we could see some severe weather. We are going to, as we get farther into August, we're going to see a cool down probably, and it'll probably be in our area highs in the lower 80s to upper 70s. So that's what we're seeing for earlier August, maybe the middle of August. And then you can see each time we go farther, the troughs just keep getting deeper. So I think we're going to eventually at some point start to see a lot more active severe weather. We're not really going to see that in the next month or so, but we are going to see some times when we have a small chance of some significant severe weather. But right now, things aren't looking that hazardous for severe weather. And that is all the weather talk I have for you today. Please subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on. Again, if we have severe weather or not, David Powell will be going live. I hope to see you on Friday. I'll probably do my Friday update too, because things are pretty active. Goodbye. I'll see you in the next one.